Now, once you begin collecting data on a regular basis for your websites, you may discover that there is a specific way of looking at your business that will give you the maximum amount of information. And when that's the case, you may want to create a custom report. And to do that, you are going to go to the customization button, and then you're going to click Custom Reports. When you get to the menu, you're going to click New Custom Report, and then you're going to give that custom report a title. Now, Google Analytics will allow you to create a multifaceted report, and you can actually do that by creating different tabs with different sets of information. You can actually write in a different tab, and once you do that, you're going to just click Add Report Tab. And you'll notice then that your report will then be in one tab inside of the creation screen. You can then create another tab. Once you've created that, you'll then click Add Report Tab. So now what you'll need to do is you'll need to customize each one of the reports to give you the information that you actually want. Now you can create your report so that it's going to be one set of data in a report. You can have multiple sets of data in a report in a flat table, or you can lay out that data geographically using the map. Now in this particular case, we're just going to use the Explorer report where we can drill down into the information. And whenever you have a custom report, there are two parameters you're going to need to set. You're going to need to set the quantitative measurement, and that's the metric. And so you can choose a quantitative measurement that you actually want to determine. For example, maybe you want to determine how much time on the page a particular person spends. Then the dimension, you can determine how your metric is categorized. So you'll add a dimension. And as you're determining which dimensions you're going to add, if you want to know how they're actually defined, if you hover over the question mark, it'll actually give you some description on exactly what that dimension is going to be. Optionally, you can add in a filter, and you can do that in any way that you want. For example, if you want to filter out a particular type of social information, you can actually do that. And finally, when we create this report, we can actually create it based on one view, which is one of our website properties, or we can choose to do it for all of our website properties. In this particular case, we're going to do this for all of our website properties, and we're going to click Save. Once you actually save the report, you'll see it on your dashboard, and you can then export the data into another program if you want to do further analysis. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now, Google Analytics integrates with 4 different Google services: YouTube, Google Search Console, Google AdWords, and Google AdSense. Now, of the 4, Google AdSense and Google AdWords will not necessarily be used by every analytics user. More likely, though, there will be more widespread use with Search Console and YouTube. So in this video, we're going to show you how to integrate Google Analytics with those 2 services. First, if you go to one of your website properties and you actually go and you look at the Acquisition tab, you're going to see something that says Landing Pages. And if you click that tab, it's going to give you a message saying that you'll want to set up Google Search Console data sharing. Now, once you have decided that you are going to integrate these 2 services, you can go ahead and click that Setup button. Now, in order to integrate these 2 services, you will already need to have Google Search Console installed on your website. If you have it installed, you'll be able to scroll down, and you'll see that there is a button here that says Adjust Search Console. You can go ahead and click that button. And you'll see here that Search Console will have a message saying that if your site has been verified, you can add it. You'll go ahead and click the Add button. What you're going to do is you're going to select the site that you're going to be adding, and then you're going to click Save. Google will give you a message saying that you're going to save a new association. You'll click OK. Your site will then be associated in Analytics with Search Console. Now what we'll need to do is we'll go and we'll associate your Google Analytics account with your YouTube account. And to do that, you'll need to create a new property. and you'll need to create it for your YouTube account. Once you've set up your parameters, you're going to click Get Tracking ID. Then you're going to pick up your tracking ID. Now you're going to head to your YouTube account. Once you are inside of your Creator Studio, you are then going to need to go to your channel area. Then you'll need to go to the Advanced link. And then if you scroll all the way down, you'll notice that there is a space for your Google Analytics property ID. You're going to go ahead and paste in your tracking ID. Once you do that, you'll then hit Save. Then your Google Analytics account will then begin tracking information for your YouTube account. And you have now integrated your services with Google Analytics. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Hello and welcome. Now in this video, we are going to be discussing using Google search templates in order to create custom reports and custom views. Now, if you go to any search engine, in particular the Google search engine, and you type in Google Analytics Solutions Gallery, you're going to see a result at the very first spot, and you're going to click that result. That's going to bring you into crowdsourced solutions from other people that have actually created different ways of viewing Google Analytics as well as working with the data. Now, if you have a particular solution that you're looking for, you can actually write that solution into the search bar to find out if there is an existing solution or view that has been created. Now, when you write your search result in, you'll see all of the reports that are going to be available to you, as well as reviews of that report and any comments from those that have actually used them. You can also take a look at the most popular reports, as they're likely to be well reviewed as well as high performing. There's also a recommended section, and you'll see that section at the bottom. Google divides its view of the solutions into dashboards, custom reports, and top segments. Now you'll see here that there is one bundle called the new Google Analytics User Starter Bundle. And you can go ahead and click that bundle. And you can actually import that bundle into your series of reports. You can decide to take any view, or you can select a specific view. Once you've done that, you'll click Create. You'll then see the new custom reports set up inside of the view that your account had by default. So to find different reports that have already been created and views that have already been created, you can use those that are already in existence, created by individuals that have been using them, so that you won't have to create custom segments or reports by scratch. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now, one feature of Google Analytics is that you can actually monitor real-time statistics on your site. And to do that, you are actually going to go to the home page inside of your Google Analytics account. When you do that, you'll see your dashboard, and then you're going to click Real Time. Now, you'll start with the overview page. The overview page will give you real-time information for whichever site you have selected, and it'll give you page views and active pages by default. It'll actually tell you what's happening at a particular location. Now, in this particular case, if you are tracking information in a local area or you are a local business, then this will really help you to be able to determine what's happening in a particular part of the world or a particular part of your country at one time. You can also check traffic sources. So, for example, if you want to know what's happening with your mobile users at this particular moment, or with your computer users, you'll be able to see that with this real-time data. You can actually determine what's happening with a particular piece of content. So maybe you just released a particular blog post, or you put something together that people are reading right now. Well, you can actually watch their reaction to that piece, and you'll be able to determine whether or not it's successful in what it's supposed to be doing. You can determine the success of an event. And an event can be anything that you determine as a one-time occurrence or something that you want to measure. You can actually measure that event in Google Real Time. And finally, you can also measure your conversions. Now, in this particular case, you'll want to make sure that you have your goals set up. You want to make sure that you have pages set up that will determine whether or not people are reaching your thank you page, so that you'll know whether or not you're actually converting your particular offer. You can monitor that in real time in Google Analytics. So this one section of Google Analytics, the real-time section, gives you information about what's happening on your sites and properties at this time. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we are going to be discussing how you can set up goals so that you can tell if your site visitors are taking the action that you want them to take when they're on your site. Now to set up your goals, you're going to go to the Admin tab. And then you're going to come to the right side panel and you're going to click Goals. Now what you're going to do is you're going to start by clicking New Goal. And then initially you're going to see a number of templates. So the setup will already be basically done for you for these kinds of goal setups. So in this particular case, if you want to know whether or not your site visitors are actually following through and making a payment, you can use the existing template for that goal setup. You can use it for reservations or making an appointment or any of these other factors. These are preset templates that Google will give you in order for you to set up your goals. Now, the other way to set up goals will be to set up a custom goal. And when you do that, you're going to click Continue. And you're going to give that goal a description. And you're going to ID this as your first goal. Now, there are 4 types of goals that you can actually set. One is whether or not a person actually makes it to a particular page. That's a destination goal. Another is a duration goal. In other words, does a person spend a certain amount of time on a particular page? The third is number of pages on your site that a person has visited, and that is a page or screen per session goal. And the other is an event, such as did someone play a video or did they take some kind of action. Whenever you decide which goal that you are going to set, you can actually check the box and click Destination. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back and we're going to use one of the existing templates for setting a payment. And that means then that we'll click New Goal. And then we'll determine whether or not someone has actually made a payment, and we'll set that as our goal. And we're going to click Continue. Now, to determine that, we're going to reason that a person had to have made our thank you page. And we're going to set that as our destination goal, and we're going to click Continue. Now what we're going to do is we're going to place in here our thank you page, because if a person makes our thank you page, we'll know then that they have made the payment. Now Google Analytics will track the monetary value of every time somebody actually reaches this page by coming to our site. We can turn this on by putting in a dollar amount. Now if we want to track activity through an entire funnel, if we are requiring our visitors to go through all of the steps of a particular funnel, we can actually set that up in this section, and we can place it there by creating steps. So at the first page of the funnel, we can create a step, we can create a second step, and a third step. However many steps we have in the funnel, we can determine how much of our content that our visitors are experiencing before they drop out of the process. Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn off the funnel for now, and then we're going to click Save This Goal. And so now we have set our first goal. So all you'll need to do is to go to this goal area, determine whether or not you're going to use one of the templates. If you're not, use one of the custom templates, and then decide what kind of goal that you want to set and how you want to track it. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.